Request rearming.
Copy. Rearming complete.
Copy. Clear.
Request rearming.
Copy. Yeah, I just realised I wasn't in chat.
That's right. My levels seem to have changed. It feels a lot louder in my ears tonight. I might need to rebalance my audio slightly.
What is it that seems loud in your ears?
The game seems a lot louder than last night.
Oh,
Although
right.
I guess open cockpit prop and not in a closed cockpit.
That can make quite a
It's
difference.
just... Yeah.
Got an odd thing.
I think you dropped off your key there.
Sorry. I use my brakes on the 109 and you see the rudder pedals slide backwards and forwards, and I have not moved the rudder pedals as such, only the brakes, and they do a quick sort of swerve, and it only happens then later on it doesn't, then later on it'll happen again, but it's not as if it's every time I touch my brakes. They're fine. I'm doing it now and the pedals aren't swaying forwards and backwards, so I don't know what's causing that. It's not a double mapping.
It doesn't do it all the time, just once.
No, it'll do it once, and then when I'm moving along it might do it again. I'll try and pull him forward and see what happens.
Because I get that on a couple of mappings where the first time I use something will give me an extreme left stick, so I'll flick a switch expecting, you know, to change a screen or something, and all of a sudden I'll be on a hard left bank or left roll, and you gotta, and it's only momentarily, and only just once per session.
Yeah,
so it's
this does it more
you
than
can't
once.
trigger it again to see what it's doing.
No, that's right. This does it more than once, but I can't, as you say, I can't know how to trigger it. Okay, I'm going to take off anyway, see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, lock my tail wheel and put some takeoff flat. And I can't seem to affect the prop pitch, although I'm sure it's mapped. There is a switch that goes from manual prop pitch to auto, but whichever position that's in, it still doesn't allow me to manually affect the prop pitch using my other throttle control.
I don't know if I can remember one of the other guys that got the 109, if I remember them saying that, and if there's another mapping that you have to use in conjunction with it.
There might be, because to get your cannon to fire you have to prime them. Because I thought I was doing something wrong, but it's not what I was doing, it's what I wasn't doing. There's a button down the bottom of the stick. You press that and you get like a hiss and then a clonk, and then you know your cannons are primed and ready. It's noisier in the 109 than it is in the Spit. I don't know. And oh, something's happened. My engine's gone again. I don't know what's causing that. Every now and again the engine will die.
Right.
It could be that I've gone above one of the pips on the fuel, on the temperature gauge, but it doesn't look as though I have. If I can land in a field. Well, I didn't nose over, but it always breaks one of its landing legs. I think the grass is just too rough for such as the Spit and the 109. Whether it is for yours, I don't know, because you've got a wider wheelbase. I don't know.
Well, this thing's dangerous enough to land on tarmac, let alone anything else.
Yeah.
But I still wonder if there's a certain level of smoothness that hasn't been applied to the Corsicus map, that has been applied to the Normandy map.
Oh, right.
That means that Normandy surfaces, like mud surfaces, are a degree of smoothness smoother than Corsicus mud.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And I'll be pernickety and correct. Caucasus rather than Corsicus.
What?
Caucasus, yeah. What? I know you feel you want to say Corsicus because of Corsica.
Yeah.
It's actually the Caucasus, yeah. Not that it matters, I know what you're talking about, but just thought I'd mention. Right, and I can start this okay now. No, but it's really odd because as you go to start it, the engine turns and slows right down, virtually to a stop. then it kicks and goes.
Right. Right.
But I think I'd recommend this one. It's well, you know, it's a piston engine, so I'm going to like it.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to try the piston engines, I'll recommend this one.
Yeah, I've been toying with giving it a go. Oh, which one is that you got? Because there's two 109s, aren't there? Or is it two 190s that there are? Oh, I'm not sure if I call that, or if you spoke.
Oh no, sorry, I pushed the button the wrong way. Yeah, there's two. I think the other one's the G, but they're probably the same sort of price at the moment.
Right, but you've got the... Is that... So what is it? Is the D and the G, the Dora?
No, that's the 190. I've got the 109,
right.
and that's the, I think that's the G or the K, and this is the K.
Right.
I did it again. I'm pushed the button the wrong way, the old way. Yeah, when I was taking off just now, the rudder pedals were doing it again. They were swaying as I started to take off.
Right.
But I'm definitely not moving the pedals because there's a little notch. You can feel it, and it was sitting in the notch. So I wasn't moving the rudder pedals forward and backwards, but the pedals in the aircraft were moving to do it, like sort of along with the brakes. It's as though the brakes were also affecting the rudder, but there's not a double mapping. I've checked all that.
Right.
Having said that, I'm going to check it again now because I just can't see why.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just brought up another screen accidentally. Something else I've noticed, and I don't know what changed it. It might have been since I had to restart the machine. Was it last week, whenever it was? On my number pad, when I hit the 0, it acts like, what would it be? Alt tab. It goes to a screen of target software that's underneath, so it goes a layer down on the screen, and it brings that layer onto the front. And I don't know why that would be. It never used to, obviously. So whenever I hit the 0, it takes me somewhere else. Let me just try.
Right.
Yeah, I've done it, and it's brought up the profile that I'm running. So the game is now not responding to track IR because it's effectively not on that screen. It hasn't got the focus. But if I now click on the game, it doesn't. I'm going to have to jump out. Oh, and it still isn't, and yet that screen is no longer there. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that now. I've probably got to restart the game or something. Track IR is picking me up, the software is picking me up, but the game is not. But the lights are on, both the lights are on the camera, Track IR camera. I'll try disconnecting it and reconnecting it.
If you do a
Scan.
rescan, yeah. Assuming you've still got it enabled, because you can disable that. And the DCS tool that the DCS support people use when they process your log files for giving you assistance, their tool suggests to turn it off, I presume, because it means it's constantly scanning USB
Oh,
IDs,
okay.
which it tries to, which is why sometimes I think I get the TrackIR disconnect and reconnect issue, because it's trying to
Oh,
monitor
okay.
things that it doesn't need to monitor.
I might bear that in mind.
Obviously, it can be useful sometimes.
Yeah, I might bear that in mind. But at the moment, but how do you turn it off though? Can you turn it off in game?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Well, hello there.
Hi, Nils.
Good
What
evening.
else?
So, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. I bought.
You bought?
Sorry, I was just going to say I bought the 109, which is rather nice.
I built it.
I can't see where that thing is. That option to turn off.
No, I think you can't get to it when you're in a server. You can only get to it when you're on the main settings screen. It looks like.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll leave it for now, but the thing is, it's frozen up. Well, not frozen up. The game is simply not responding to TrackIR since I hit my 0.
Right.
If I use the 0 along the top of the QWERTY board, it's okay. If I use the 0,
Yeah.
or something has happened. It's like
Yeah,
remapped it.
that's a separate capping. Well, the keypad 0 is a different 0 from top of the keyboard 0.
Yeah. And it's certainly
'Cause it would be
behaving
KP.
differently.
KP, the mapping for the keypad is KP underscore and then the key name. So keypad enter, keypad plus, they're all distinct mappings from the other keys.
Okay, well KP0, whatever it is causing the window underneath pop forward.
Yeah. So
Don't
yeah,
know
hopping
if I
into
can
server Nils.
got the profile.
There you
I'm
go.
going to try stop and restart.
Are you hopping into the server? Do I need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
prepare and defend myself, or?
Parents
Everyone
aren't
says
home
no,
for
don't worry.
Parents aren't home for the weekend, so I can stay up how long I want. So that's cool.
Very good.
I made it till 5 a.m. yesterday, but yeah, and that has the power issue, and so
Oh no.
his substation blew up, so
Yeah,
no one has
he
their
showed me the
power.
picture of that. Yeah, because he was saying that they were hoping they were going to shunt him onto a different grid, weren't they?
Yeah, he can't run the generator, so instead of wake people up.
I'm going to pop out
Yeah.
and restart DCS, etc.
Okay. Yeah, he was in the message you mentioned. They were hoping that the power company was going to sort of rewire so to hop off their substation onto and like daisy chain onto a different substation, so that they would have power for the duration of the repairs. But yeah, maybe that's wishful thinking.
That's the first mistake, eh? Hoping for the government to do something in South Africa. No. I actually want to get myself some food. M&Ms.
Well, if you go into the kitchen, mate. If you go into the kitchen, I'll have some crackers and some cheese. That'd be nice.
I have M&Ms.
M&M, peanut or chocolate?
No, I always have peanut, but my brother has this crispy or something. It's
You can keep that.
blue. It's right, honestly. It's not bad. No,
Wow.
I just emptied my brother's bag. Oh god. I'll just share it with him. Mind. I think.
Oops. This plane is fun, Warhawk. This plane is fun. It's responsive, you throw it around, guns go boom boom. I need to get some noise suppression on that mic there, Nils.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
If you turn on CRISPR, that on Discord, that can have some really good results.
Here.
This mission
Is
starts
it-
with
is
your
it
aircraft
CRISPR or is
on the
that
runway,
genetics? I can't
ready for
remember.
takeoff.
I know
Please
the
fly
word
plane
CRISPR,
proud
but I
and just
don't know
explore the
why.
area. There are no threats.
I'm gonna put my hand in the M&M bowl and you're gonna tell me if you hear something.
I heard the start of it and then the suppression kicked in.
Nice. Mina, what will I? My
Say it
dog's
all.
looking at me very funny now.
Yeah, it's probably thinking, how comes you got all the M&Ms to yourself?
Go away. You don't deserve him.
Hang on, I take it back. I take it back. The noise suppression in Discord is CRISP, spelt with a K. CRISPR is the genetic splicing technology. Somewhat different.
I know that name, but I don't know. I don't know why I know it. How it came about.
It's been in the news a lot.
Yeah. Might have even turned up in a film that I've been watching. I think it did. Something on Netflix.
Right.
They were talking about CRISPR on that.
Right.
Microwaved pickles.
DNA
Hello.
manipulation and that sort of stuff.
Hi, Pickles. I'm just chatting on my stream for a sec. Hello, Pickles. I don't recognise your name. So, are you new to my stream, or is it just the first time you've had said hello?
Yeah, so. Yeah, and Dad already told you that. The wheel.
Microwaved pickles.
Is getting the
First
the
time.
wheel.
Okay.
Hang on
well,
a second,
welcome,
I'm going to have to
Pickles.
adjust your audio just in a second.
That's
Now
probably
that I've
because
taken off, I can't hear anything.
That's it. I've just deafened myself on Discord so that I haven't got the other guys drowning me out as I try to speak to you. Okay, well, nice that you're here. Hopefully you'll enjoy what you see and perhaps join me another time. Okay, there's Legland. There's where I'm going to go. I'm going to be joining Laxor and Nils in this server on DCS. Do you know DCS? Do you fly? Do you fly DCS? Do you fly War Thunder? Do you fly at all? Has now made me feel hungry.
Microwaved pickles. Nah.
Take it that your nah is to all those options. You don't fly at all. I'm going to go to a Spitfire to start with.
Microwaved pickles. I don't. Microwaved pickles. I've seen people though.
Okay, well that's fine. And to be honest, one of the main reasons that I stream is exactly for that. There will be people that for some reason can't or don't particularly want to fly, but they like to watch. and that's a good reason for me doing this. I'm not worried about gathering a massive following, loads of viewers, not worried about that, but if it can give some pleasure to someone to watch what we're doing, that's good. So I'm taking a Spit Mark 9. And if you're not that aware of DCS, if you can start Spitfire or an aircraft in this, then you can do it for real, because that's how accurate it is. By the way, if you decide to go, do me a favour and just let me know you're going, because otherwise I end up talking to myself. Before I start up, I'll ask the
Microwaved
question.
pickles. Yeah, I enjoy people playing DCS, but I hope you grow big someday.
Yeah, I'm really not worried about growing big. I do it for my pleasure and hopefully for the pleasure of viewers as well. That's all I do. I'm not worried about a big audience or anything. Before I start the aircraft, would you like me to talk through what I'm doing as I do it to start the aircraft?
Microwaved pickles. Sure.
Okay, it would be my pleasure, because it is nice to talk about it. The danger, of course, is when I'm talking about it or talking to someone else, I forget what I've done or forget to do something and something will go wrong, but I'll try to keep my head around it. So first thing I'm going to do is turn the panel lights on, because I like to make sure all the panel lights are on. Well, actually, even before that, I'm going to put the brake on, and the brake is that lever down the centre that the pilot would squeeze with the fingers to apply the brakes. I can just leave it like that, fortunately, because this slider doesn't have a spring on it. I can just leave it on as a parking brake. So brake on, and make sure that the prop pitch is fully fine. So the lever has to be fully forward, which it isn't at the moment. The prop pitch is now set to fully fine. The brake is on. I'm going to put the panel lights on, because certain times when it gets a bit shadowy, it's nice to have the lights there. That's Laxor in an I-16. Okay, now I need to open these two covers for the starter and the booster, and I need to turn on the magneto switches, and I need to turn on the fuel, and I need to the fuel pump and the fuel cock. So hold on. First I'll put on the fuel pump. You might hear it, I don't know. I can't really hear it because of the other aircraft that are around. But the fuel pump is on, and now I'll open the fuel cock, which is that lever just to the left of the right rudder pedal. Okay, fuel pump is on, fuel cock is on. Now to put the magnetos on, and I'm ready to start. I've got some switches at the back of my my throttle unit for that. I can actually hear the fuel pump running now. I'll turn it off and turn it on again. It's just about audible. Right, I'm also going to nudge the throttle forward, because that will clip a little switch that's under there, which is not easy to see, and that switch will turn on the battery so that we can see that the gear is up or down. Okay, so I'm pretty much ready to start the engine anyway. Brake is on, constantly checking that, otherwise start the engine and you start rolling when you don't want to. So to start the engine, I've got to open these flaps, I've got to press the booster and the starter at the same time, which I can't do with the mouse. So that I've got two buttons on the keyboard. I use the delete and the end keys on the keyboard to push those two buttons. The engine will turn over, and then once it's about to catch or starts to catch, I'll flick another button at the back here, which pushes that lever on the left, pushes that the fuel mixture lever forward, and then the engine will be running nicely. I'll crack the throttle start slightly and prime it, and then once I've primed it, we can start. Okay, so it's those two buttons and flick the lever forward. Check the control
Microwave
services.
pickles. Wait, so DCS is like flying planes or something? Because when I've only watched like 2 or 1 person play DCS and I don't really understand it much, but it's really cool.
Yeah, this is as close as you can get to flying an aircraft without actually being in one. I'm sitting in my computer chair. The only thing that's missing, of course, is when I pull back on the stick and the aircraft pulls up. I should be squashed into my seat a bit, shouldn't I? I should be feeling that on my backside, but of course that's the thing that's missing. I don't have that. So jump back inside. Put some lights on, because the wingtip lights on at the moment. Right, port and starboard. I'll also put some other fuselage lights on. Jump out. You can see there's a light on the top there, and there's also a light underneath. You can only see there's a slight
Microwave
white
pickles.
area from it.
Oh, that's really cool, though. You could like control a aircraft, but you're not really in an actual aircraft.
That's right, and it's about as close as you can get. So there's a light area underneath the fuselage in the centre and the belly. You might just be able to see that light just under the air intake. There's a reflection of the light, but the light is a fraction further back. And the whole point about that is that in the aircraft, if you was to lose your radio, if your radio failed, you could use this button here. I can't demonstrate it because I can only do it when I'm actually inside the aircraft. That is a Morse code button. So if I lose my radio, I can use the Morse code button and it will flash that light on the fuselage or underneath, so that another aircraft could still understand what I need to say just by reading the Morse code that I'm flashing. Okay, now the thing about the Spit is that when you taxi, you haven't got a steering wheel, have you? And the rudder at low speed will do nothing. So on a Spit, the way it works is this lever here is the brake. It will apply braking to whichever wheel is favoured by the rudder pedal. So with the right rudder pedal forward, it will put braking on the right wheel. Likewise, braking on the left wheel if the left rudder pedal is forward. And that's the way we taxi it. It's most uncomfortable, but it's the way it actually works. In other things, you'll see that there's toe brakes on the Spitfire. That's wrong. The Spitfire didn't have toe brakes. It only had that lever brake, which applies braking to whichever rudder pedal is favoured by your pedals, which I've got under the desk. Okay, brake off. Oh no, before I do that, so I said I'd forget things, I'll set my altimeter to ground level. Adjust my nose down trim to 1/3 of a division of nose down. and I'll adjust my rudder trim so that the double D of the word rudder is pretty much at the top. I'll also actually put the pilot. I normally have the pilot in place because to me, if I look at my stick and I'm flying an aircraft, I should see a hand on the stick. When there's no hand there, it doesn't feel quite right to me, although it's a pretend pilot with no head. But it's as good as it's going to get. Another nice little thing which I'll quickly demonstrate is if I look to the right and jump out of the aircraft, you'll see the pilot is looking to the right. If I was to look ahead or look to the left, once again you jump out and the pilot's head would correspond to that movement. Okay, brake off and I'll taxi to the runway, which is to my left. Getting some freezing and I don't know why. It might be to do with something that Laxor said and I might have to look into that. So I've got to turn right, there's nothing coming from the other way. Got to turn right, this will take me to the runway. I will turn right onto the runway. When I get on the runway, I'll explain about how I have to take off. This of course is specifically to do with a spit. P-51 had toe brakes, so you didn't have to do this sort of procedure. It's very difficult for me to show it because I have to tilt my head down. Because of the head tracking, I have to tilt my head down.
Pickles. Alright, that sound really cool and everything, but I need to go eat dinner. I'll be back later, sire.
Okay, catch you later then, Pickles. Enjoy your dinner.
Jeeve 79. To get better contrast and less washed out look, you can lower gamma in options. Default is way too high, try 1.6, 1.8 maybe.
I think that's good advice, Chief, but I think I've already got it there. I could possibly check. I might be able to see that even whilst flying. I'll take a look.
Jeeve 79. Yeah, you can during flight.
And it was at 1.6, but it had taken up to 2.2. Now this is much better. Thanks for pointing that out. I trusted that it was still as I'd left it, but it wasn't. So well done, sir. Thank you.
Jeeve 79. Nice.
Yeah, and that could be why earlier on in this mission there are some bombers. In fact, I'm going to go there now. There are some bombers, and I kept on losing them to sight. Now, hopefully, that change back to 1.6 will allow me to see them and not keep losing them against the sky. I hope. So clearly you're a DCSer, Chief.
Jeeve 79. Iron.
Yeah, you had to be with that sort of knowledge. What do you like to fly? I really only really like the piston engine aircraft, but I was toying with the idea of a Harrier a bit earlier on, and I just recently bought the 109. I'm very happy with that, actually. I found myself more successful with takeoffs, initial takeoffs, with the 109 than I was with a Spitfire. Yeah, those bombers that are in front of me, they kept on disappearing before. I knew that they were right in front of me, but they would just sort of blink out because of matching the sky beyond, I guess. And that might still happen, but if it happens less, that's got to be better. I'm going to bring myself back into Discord, because I did come out of Discord. Are you still there, Jeeve, or have you gone?
Jeeve 79. E51, F14, F16 mainly. Also have BF109, the 10, KA50, Huey and Apache. Jeeve 79. Still here.
Okay, that's good. It's just it showed only one viewer, and very often it shows one viewer, even when I think there's no one there. One of those aircraft in front of me did kind of blink out, so if it improves it, that'll be helpful. Yeah, I'm going to open up Discord, or undeafen myself in Discord now, so you'll hear the other guys
Jeeve 79. I was lurking since Spitfire startup.
Oh, right, okay.
Throttle wag on this one on this aircraft is absolutely horrific. Take off then. I don't need that much space. Next one. We need to park in there. If you drive fast enough, you could probably just use that concrete bit at the back as a ramp. I don't know why they call this the issue. Shouldn't be called the snap. Because it's what it does when you try to snap. Or you're taking off.
Jeeve 79. Warbirds are highly underrated in DCS. Because jets are so popular and helicopters becoming a big thing. Also IL-2, but I prefer DCS.
Yeah, I had IL-2, but I could never really feel comfortable with it. So I haven't got it on the drive now. DCS, and even, I mean, War Thunder's a good fun game, a good fun combat game. But DCS obviously is it when it comes to proper flying.
I suppose I should close my doors really. It's a bit dangerous when the door's open. Got that in all this space I could fall out of. There we go, I feel a lot safer now. A lot safer with the shit mark goes.
Jeeve 79. Proper simulation, yes, and clickable cockpits. Way more fun and challenging.
Yeah, more fun, more challenging, and it's about as close as you can get really, at home anyway, without actually sitting in the aircraft and doing it for real.
It's very sleek looking. Oh god. My throttle's just gone off, so. Cool day.
Actually, Jeeve,
Right, still we go.
you have the 109, so do you have control of the prop pitch in your 109? I can't seem to get control of it. I use my other throttle for the prop pitch, but it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
And that's regardless
Right,
of
that's
whether
between
the
the
switch is in the
throttle.
auto or manual position.
Where's she at? Where's he gone? Where's he gone?
That was a bit unstable. Just trying to find my. This thing.
I'm probably out of ammo almost.
Who's shooting? Units on the bridge that were just through past in the main front.
I'm giving it almost lower throttle and skyrocketed or hundred. I don't even know.
Like no hands. Well, you're about to see no hands if I have the camera switched on. Be careful as you follow the river in that direction. The next town has got some gun emplacements that are quite vicious.
Well, that was the last of my ammo.
You are almost in their fire range. Jesus, didn't see those wires on the side of those trees. Good God, that was close. He's going for it. He's going for it. They're going for him. That was close. Yes. They took my wind clean off. I tend to not even bother going near those in a
Jeeve
Spitfire.
79. Oh, by the way,
Because those
if
are
you are
range.
interested, lots of people use reshade for DCS. I use it subtle, for contrast and sharpness. No FPS drops. But you can go all out with it and make it look almost cinematic.
I've got one.
Reshade. If you have NVIDIA GPU, you can also reshade in NVIDIA control panel.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I've got an RTX 3060. I didn't know about the reshade
shit.
thing.
Where's my gear at? They cut my engine, everything is shaking.
They don't go easy on the Horizons.
I went for a straight on sky. Hit me quite well in the nose. It looks like I left gear and then stuck.
This looks nice. Oh, there it is.
My engine is really not sure. It's still going.
So, why is your gear down?
Quick question. I have no, like, literally everything, all three Shelby, literally everything is like pink and everything is like literally my radiator went all the way out. Actually music, my gear decided to go out. Well, only my left, like I still open my right gear and close it again. Everything is very much shaking inside my cockpit, like.
Oh my word, have you seen your right there? You've got like a 5-inch hole in the tip.
Yes. Very beautiful, very beautiful. It's a feature.
It's a feature, okay. Is that the,
I will learn this thing.
is that akin to drilling out holes in metal of cars to make the chassis lighter?
Yes. Ooh,
Bit of a
Jeeve
rubbish
shoulder
79.
land.
compartment does not work anymore.
It's not necessary,
But my
just a
30
cool
millimeter
thing
does,
to have when you really want
surprises
better
me,
graphics and fly
since that's
DCS
literally
all the
part
time.
that has been shot.
There are guides and it's pretty easy to use.
Okay, cheers, Jeeves. I'll
wonder.
look into that. In fact, I'm going to mention it on the Discord.
Yeah. Okay, my machine guns are not working.
Knock, knock, knock.
Emergency.
Alright,
Yeah, me.
yep, yep.
I've got Jeeve 97 on my stream, and he's talking about I've even forgot what it's called. To do with graphics, graphics tuning. Hold on.
Right.
Just have to. I'll send.
Get some flapping there.
Reshade. Jeeve 97, 79.
Reshade. Is that a tool or a term? Reshade.
I believe it's a tool. Perhaps perhaps Jeeve can point that out for me. I'll
If
wait
it's-
for
if
him to
it's a
come back
tool,
on that.
Then it sounds like the sort of thing that might recompile shaders in a more efficient manner than the game does by default.
Yeah, maybe, but he said it doesn't really take any resource, and it's easy to use. So, but I'd not heard of it, so it might be worth looking into.
Yeah, if it recompiles the shaders, that wouldn't be an in-game thing. That would be a when you first run DCS after a graphics update. That's why you delete your shaders. your pre-compiled shaders, and then when they're not there, the game recomputes them with the current drivers. If it's a tool that recomputes the shaders again, maybe it does it in a more efficient manner so that there's less overhead when the game has to then load the shaders.
Okay, so perhaps that's worth something looking into. Something worth.
I've never heard of it. I'll have a search.
I'll try that again with the right button. There you go, G79. You've got some interest here with Lexor on that, just to check it out.
Yeah.
Jeeve
So
79.
that was reshader.
Indeed. Custom shaders, yes. It gets injected into DCS. When you go all out with it, it will cost you some performance.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm just going to read Jeeves.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure.
Hydraulics
off
on
your
my
button.
left.
Into DCS.
Yeah, indeed.
Not sure if I'm transmitting. Are you getting me?
No, you said you were going to read it out, and then we heard DCS. So I think you come off the key.
Oh, okay.
The hydraulics on my left gear definitely failed, because it just basically just didn't take the weight of the plane. But I landed it,
just folded it.
so yeah. Well, I made it though.
I think I'm losing my transmit, aren't I?
Yeah, you didn't appear to transmit anything after I mentioned about
G79.
DCS.
This is a link to YT guide, but in your
Yeah,
case,
okay.
you can
Now
also
James
use
was
NVIDIA
understand.
panel. Jeeve 79. https://u2.b/x9gNVNW.
No, I'm just listening for a second. Right, yeah, okay. Jeeves has given me a link that might be useful. Hold on.
Right.
Right, Jeeves' message was, custom shaders, yes. It gets injected into DCS. When you go all out with it, it will cost you some performance.
Right. Okay, so it's not necessarily a performance tool, it's a reshader to get better visuals.
I think in essence, yeah.
Right.
My propeller does not look very healthy.
I was just trying to...
I don't know if you can see that if you're like I just turned it off and this is what it looks like.
Well, it's streamlined. It's streamlined to fuselage.
I'm actually leaking oil as well.
I've put
Hey, don't you believe in oil marks on the runway?
I've put G79 link that he put. I've put that automatically. I'll put it into Skype, but there's a YouTube link there if you want to see it.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a look.
Jeeve 79. Yep, it's about graphics and lighting.
Yeah, Jeeves says it's about
Oh, we lost that. It's about graphic something.
graphics and lighting.
Right, okay.
I fit this frame at 20mm. Is that an option? No. Sad. Ooh, they added 500 kilogram bombs?
Request
No
rearming.
more.
Copy.
How do I is there a way I can have my pilot turn like get his glasses on or off? I wonder.
Say again, sorry?
Is there a way I can have my pilot take his glasses on or off?
Rearming complete.
From a visual point of view, or from a graphics point of view?
Visual point of view.
No, I doubt it. I mean, some
think-
aircraft you're lucky to get a graphical pilot at all.
I think Control H makes him comb his hair.
Oh my Jesus. I survived that though. Oh yeah. Okay, so Brenny, if I close the cockpit, he gets his
it.
glass.
Right, sorry about that. The nose dipped.
This man.
I think I hit the ground
Danger.
rather than you.
Yeah.
No, I hit the
Danger to
ground
the
rather than
world.
you.
Danger to the world. Should not be trusted.
No, I am not a danger to the world. I'm merely a danger to myself. as evident by that.
And I am repaired. Look at that, please. Oh, aircraft repair started. And,
Am I okay to take off, or will I hit a wreck?
you're
No,
okay.
it's all clear.
Just watch out for a 109 on the side of the road.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on your right. Just make sure to do it.
What shall we fly?
Was back in action. Look at my land again, not safe. Nice. Interesting. Get my take off, please. I'll let you take on broken. Come on. There we go. This once again broke. Let's see if I can fix time. With the look attack.
You broke it.
it might land in here on the console. We'll try next time. Oh, that's a bomb.
No, don't hit your landing gear on the bomb.
Come on, man. Water is so broken. Is it again my propeller that I scrapped? That's Let's turn off the engine and try to see what's going on.
Whoa.
Thought it was just fine. Oh, it's because someone that shot from behind me shot some bullets into my propeller.
But it wasn't me. Because I'd already blown myself up.
That looks very cool. I can look through. That's very That's beautiful. How can I walk around? Wasn't that a thing? Walk around?
Yeah, use your joystick. Right is to turn left to right.
I'm stuck on my... I'm stuck on the wing of my plane.
You should be able to.
Gaz underscore. Hello sir.
Hello, Gaz.
Trouwens, hij lag te slapen. Het is 1:30. Jong lag te slapen.
Oh, this isn't gonna work. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Gaz underscore.
Did you crash?
I am seeing a much smoother gameplay out of that new GPU. Great pick.
I don't know how I didn't crash, but I
Yeah,
didn't crash.
pity the landing wasn't as smooth.
Yeah.
That was the most awful landing I've done for God knows how long. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm comfortable with it. I'm
I don't
getting
know, I haven't been shot down either.
sort of
Normally, a
60
couple of shots
FPS.
like that, and I'm in trouble.
Are you seeing the FPS, Gaz?
Gaz underscore. Yup, I am seeing it.
Jolly good. I'm going to get reloaded, and while it's doing that, I'll take a brief comfort break and perhaps top my glass up. I should have said that on both streams. I'm going to get myself reloaded and perhaps take a brief comfort break and get another top up on my glass.
Okay.
What did he say?
He's going to go for a comfort break and a top up of a drink,
Request rearming.
which is a good idea actually.
Copy.
Let's see if I can land this damaged again.
Rearming complete.
Oh yeah, why is it working?
What? Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm coming in runway 27 again. And not faring very well. Hey DJ Eagle, how you doing? We're in a little bit of trouble at the moment. Flying with your little rig you've got there, Eagle. This would be very interesting right now. Very interesting indeed. Actually, that was incredibly gentle landing. That was probably my most gentle landing all evening. That is not at your place.
Did you land it? Oh yeah, I see it.
I did. Oh, look, now I'm getting grief from Fat as well that I'm flying the clown plane. You don't fly the clown plane flies you. I am damaged, look, I was taking hits, wow. I fly with my little pre-prototype, oh. Simtek's been thinking more when he thinks. Simtek comes up with some very interesting things. I still say if those are showing up the videos, chuck links in general on Redshed. I think there are some people around here who are very interested to follow your progress. Wow. You know you didn't arm that, didn't you?
How close did that land to you?
You say what?
How close did that land to you?
It was about, what, let's assume, let's come outside. If you can see my stream, the little smudge on the ground there. Oops. Wow. I would say it was about 3 meters from my airplane. I wonder if it's going to repair me here. Request repair. Why does the I-16 not repair? How you doing, Fat, by the way? Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Fat.
What's this? Simtek. He was working on a like War Thunder mouse control to joystick application. Interesting. Uses VJoy, and now I'm teaching you how to fly it in old L2. Interesting. Fat says hi, Bill. Fat's all good and hopes we are too. Yeah, we're getting by.
Is there not much flying nowadays?
I don't know. I think because you bought yourself a new joystick, didn't you, Fat? You bought yourself, what was it? Was it the Virpal, or was it the VKB? I can't
That
remember.
rings a bell.
Yeah, and more buttons to shake than you can stake a stick at, a joystick at, in fact. What's this? Oh, Simtek wondering. Sorry.
The question is.
Quick mic check. Oh. Quick mic check. DCS crashed.
Yep. Mic check.
Does it sound?
Receiving that.
Does it sound any different?
No, that's it.
Okay. I did bring the volume up a bit because it wasn't very loud in my own ears, so I figured it was
Right.
low generally. But yeah, I got a DCS crash. First one for a while.
If it makes any difference, I just got booted out the server connection timeout. What time is it? 1:40. Damn it, I can't remember what time it happened last time.
We're on the
No.
same
I
time.
should be taking a note of this. Ja, me en Bill.
Pas op.
Nee.
Jawel. Ik heb er nauwelijks iets van gegeten, hè. Dus dat is niet zo.
Is he...
Okay, I'm sending a crash report, chaps. It won't take long. I now have to restart DCS, during which time I will lose comms.
Mic check, Bill? Yeah. I think you're constant. I think you're stuck on transmit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
They changed some of the sound effects for the guns.
What's that, sorry?
They changed some of the sound effects for the gun. I feel like.
Okay, I hope my viewers are receiving. I'm back and we'll see how it goes.
Don't know if that's the right button, or if you're just if you're stuck on transmit still.
No, it's stuck on transmit. I'll see if I can get rid of it.
Okay.
I was just talking to my stream just then.
Yeah. That's just to. Okay, that did it. Whatever it was.
Okay, it's behaving itself now that I've touched it.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm just waiting for the server to turn up now.
Your profile, your profile picture has. Rusty, your profile picture has. It's or no. What? Oh. Dude,
Request rearming.
I'm 16. I'm coming to come.
Copy.
your video, you've never been chosen chancellor. I have never been chosen chancellor.
Rearming complete.
Uno, dos, tres.
Run the starter.
I did one.
Copy.
I did one mines. I had one up where mines were involved. It was terrible.
Clear.
I'm waiting for the temperatures and stuff to get in between the clicks there.
You should really move them bigger the spawners.
We haven't voted yet. It's a Poland. It's a Poland. It's I also have I.
Well, I just got another DCS crash. I think.
Oh. You said I think, but then either it came off your key or maybe the mapping disappeared because
Okay.
the DCS disappeared.
Okay. No,
Sit back.
I was in a mosquito. So it's when I got in a mosquito, that's when it happened again, which is the old favourite time for it to happen. But haven't had that for a while. So I think I might.
You just slipped off the. It came off the key again. Just as you said, I think I'll.
Right, I think I'll restart my machine.
Right, okay.